You probably think being blind means living in darkness. That's actually one of the biggest misconceptions people have. If you're born blind, you don't lose sight. You never had it to begin with. And that changes your entire life in ways most people never imagine. Because if you've never seen a sunset, you don't miss sunsets. If you've never seen the color blue, you don't wonder what blue looks like. You can't miss something you never experienced. But that doesn't mean life is easier. In some ways, it's harder than most people can imagine. And in other ways, it's surprisingly normal. You're about to find out. Level 1, born different. You're born in a hospital room. Doctors run routine tests. Heartbeat, breathing, reflexes. Everything seems normal. Then they shine a light into your eyes. Something isn't right. More tests follow. More doctors. More waiting. Eventually, your parents hear words they never expected to hear. Your child is blind. Not partially blind. Not something glasses can fix. Blind. Your parents panic. You don't. You're a baby. You don't know anything is wrong. You don't know what sight is. You don't know what you're supposedly missing. The first few years of your life feel completely normal. You recognize your mother's voice. You recognize your father's footsteps. You know which room you're in by the echoes. You know who picked you up by the way they hold you. Your world isn't visual. It's auditory. It's physical. It's built from sounds, textures, smells, and patterns. Long before you understand language, you're already creating a mental map of reality. Just not the kind most people use. Level 2, the first realization. You're 5 years old. This is when things start getting strange. Not because you're blind, because you realize everyone else isn't. Kids say things that confuse you. Look at that. Did you see that? Watch this. At first, these phrases don't mean much. Then, one day, you understand. Other people can access information instantly. You can't. Your friend knows his teacher entered the room because he saw her. You know because you heard her shoes. Your friend knows it started raining because he looked outside. You know because you heard drops hitting the window. You begin noticing the difference. And honestly, it frustrates you. Not because you're jealous, because you're slower. The world seems designed for people who can see. Every sign, every screen, every classroom whiteboard, every diagram, every map. It's all made for somebody else. You're living in a society that constantly forgets people like you exist. Level 3, school. School is where reality hits. The academic part isn't the problem. The social part is. Children are curious. Children are also brutally honest. Some ask innocent questions. Others aren't so kind. A few treat you like you're broken. Some treat you like you're stupid. Neither is true. But people often confuse blindness with incompetence. You start learning Braille. At first, it feels impossible. Tiny raised dots, patterns everywhere. Your fingers hurt. You move slowly. Sighted kids finish books in days. You take longer, much longer. But eventually, something clicks. Your fingers stop feeling random bumps. They start reading. The same way eyes read for everyone else. You adapt. That's something you'll do repeatedly throughout your life. Adapt. Then adapt again. Then adapt again. Because nobody is coming to redesign the world for you. Level 4. The dangerous years. You're 13. Teenage years begin. And suddenly, blindness isn't your biggest problem. It's independence. You want freedom. Everyone does at that age. The difference is that freedom comes naturally to your friends, not to you. They ride bikes. They drive cars. They meet up spontaneously. They walk into unfamiliar places without thinking. You have to plan everything. Every route. Every destination. Every obstacle. People constantly underestimate you. Some refuse to let you do things yourself. They grab your arm without asking. They speak to whoever is standing next to you instead of speaking directly to you. They assume you're helpless. You're not helpless. You're just blind. There's a difference, a massive difference. And the more people misunderstand that difference, the more frustrating life becomes. Because sometimes the hardest part of being blind isn't blindness. It's other people. Level 5, learning the system. By 16, you've developed skills most sighted people never need. You can identify people by footsteps. You recognize rooms by acoustics. You build mental maps from memory. You memorize routes with incredible precision. You notice sounds everyone else ignores. A humming refrigerator, a distant train, a loose floorboard. Your brain becomes extremely efficient at processing information. It has to. Because when one source of information disappears, the others become more valuable. You stop wishing you were somebody else. You stop comparing yourself. Because comparison doesn't solve anything. Adaptation does. and you've become very good at adapting. But adulthood is approaching, and adulthood doesn't care about excuses. Level 6, the adult world. You're 22. College is over. Now comes the real challenge. Work, bills, responsibility. The world expects results, not explanations. Finding employment is harder than people admit. Many employers won't say it openly, but they doubt you. Can he do the job? Will he need constant help? Will he slow everyone down? You face skepticism before you even enter the building. Sometimes you get rejected. Sometimes you prove them wrong. The truth is that blindness eliminates certain careers. You're not becoming an airline pilot. You're not becoming a surgeon. You're not driving trucks. Those doors are closed. That's reality. But thousands of others remain open. Technology changes everything. Screen readers, voice assistants, accessible software, tools that allow you to compete. Not perfectly, but effectively. You learn something important. Success isn't about having no limitations. Everyone has limitations. Success is about understanding yours. Level 7, the truth nobody talks about. There are moments people don't see. Ironically, the loneliness, the frustration, the exhaustion, the times you get lost, the times people assume you're drunk because you're using a cane incorrectly, the times strangers talk to you like you're a child, the moments where asking for help feels humiliating. Not because help is bad, because dependence gets old, very old. You want the same thing everyone wants, control. And sometimes blindness takes some of that control away. No motivational speech changes that. No inspirational quote fixes that. This is the brutally honest part. Some days genuinely suck. Some days you're angry. Some days you're tired of adapting. Some days you're tired of proving yourself. And that's okay. Because pretending every struggle is inspirational is dishonest. Real life isn't inspirational. Real life is messy. Level 8, relationships. Then something surprising happens. People stop seeing the blindness first. The right people do, anyway. Friends, partners, coworkers, family. They start seeing you, not your condition, not your cane, not your limitations. You. Because relationships aren't built on eyesight. They're built on trust, humor, shared experiences, reliability, character, things blindness can't take away. You realize something. The people worth keeping never cared about your blindness nearly as much as you thought they did. Level 9, full circle. You're older now, more confident, more experienced, more comfortable in your own skin. You've spent decades adapting, decades solving problems, decades navigating a world that wasn't built for you. And honestly, you became stronger because of it. Not stronger in some movie hero way. Stronger because every day required problem solving. Every day required resilience. Every day required courage most people never notice. You built an entire life without ever seeing it. Think about that. An entire life. Careers, relationships, dreams, failures, victories, all without vision. That's extraordinary. Not because blind people are superheroes, because they're human beings who learn to adapt. Ending. And somewhere right now, a newborn baby is lying in a hospital room. Doctors are running tests. Parents are waiting anxiously. Soon they'll hear news that changes everything. Their child is blind. They'll worry. They'll panic. They'll imagine the worst. What they don't know yet is that their child will still laugh, still learn, still fall in love, still build a career, still create a life worth living. It won't be the life they imagined, but it will be a life. And for that child, just like it was for you, the journey is only beginning.